Sitting side by side, they look at Piltover and its white nightlights. There are no other people around them. The rooftop was her idea, and Ekko wonders if she comes here often. Jinx has been quiet the whole night, which is not typical of her. Her eyes are fixed on the city, one leg hanging off the edge of the roof, the other close to her chest, her chin resting against it, her braids moving with the wind. Ekko stares ahead and tries to focus on the uglier shadows and darker corners of the city, pretending he's not paying as much attention to her as he actually is. Their bodies are close but not close enough. Never close enough to touch. Excluding that one night when a drunken Jinx planted her finger against his forehead, they only touch each other when the situation turns violent. This time Jinx is not intoxicated. There won't be any spontaneous fingertips on anyone's skin. No one's gonna call anyone beautiful or cause conflicting feelings. It's better that way. Ekko closes his eyes. All his thoughts have been conflicting ever since their fight on the bridge. Who knows what would happen if they did touch? Maybe his hands would find their way to her throat. Maybe he'd end the night with a bullet in his skull. Maybe neither of them wants to find out. Jinx is not thinking about it. He's not thinking about it. He does not want to lean a little closer to her. Things are changing, but he should stop pretending like he's got his childhood friend back. Without moving his head, Ekko's eyes shift to Jinx. Her body is calm, but he doubts her thoughts are as peaceful. He turns his gaze back to the city and finds himself thinking about someone else. Have you heard from Vi? Her throat makes a small surprised noise, her eyes widening. Her body reacts to the sound of her sister's name so violently that Ekko is worried she's gonna fall off the roof, her other leg now also hanging off the edge. I haven't seen her in a while, he explains.
She's probably with that stupid topsider girl. Who cares?
She says, poison leaking down her chin. I hope she's okay. Jinx shuts down completely after that. Once Ekko realizes that her body has become as still as a statue, he turns his head properly to look at his oldest friend. She doesn't acknowledge his eyes on her in any way. Her gaze on a faraway point, but not really focusing on anything. Her eyelids are drooping, the past horrors casting a shadow over her whole body. Hey. No reaction. He moves closer, finally. Talk to me, please. Jinx blinks, and Ekko catches something shiny in her eyes.
Vi. She.
Jinx bites her lower lip, but it looks more like she's trying to eat it whole. It's something she used to do as a kid, too.
Vi used to bring me here.
Finally, the rooftop makes sense. You miss her, don't you? She doesn't answer.
She abandoned me again.
Ekko remembers her saying the night he found her drunk. Listen, I know Vi, and she wouldn't just leave you. She's not like that. Don't worry. We'll find her. There, he said it. Like a promise, it is now something they have to do together. As a team. Despite the progress they've made, it still feels impossible. Powder and Ekko were a team, but Ekko and Jinx never have been, and never should be. But it's not a promise he wants to take back. It's just them and Vi, and no one else from their past is left. A moment passes. The wind picks up. Ekko waits. Suddenly, her whole body starts tilting to one side. Before Ekko can realize what's happening, Jinx has already leaned her body against his. She rests her head on his shoulder. A tiny surprised sound leaves his lips. Her arm brushes his arm. Her hair tickles his neck. Ekko doesn't dare move. He hopes she doesn't notice he's hardly breathing. This cannot be a comfortable position for her. It's uncomfortable for him too. But this is not about being comfortable. This is about trust. The trust they are trying to rebuild. Everything that used to be normal for young Ekko and Powder is now something they both have to put effort into. Doesn't mean it isn't strange to touch her in a non-destructive way. Aware of his eyes on her, Jinx gazes up at him. Something gets stuck in his throat. Her face is so close, way too close. Blue smoke and the stardust falling from the night sky mix in her eyes, most of her death-like qualities disappearing. Ekko has never been one to have his head in the clouds, but God does looking at her fill his heart with unrealistic ideas, ideas that cause a squeezing sensation in his upper body. Then she does it again. She gives him that same sad smile from the bridge, and Ekko's heart starts beating powder, 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 in his chest. Before his brain can reboot, she gets up, taking that softness with her. Ekko reaches for her hand, stopping her. When can I see you again? Getting close to her feels like a suicide mission. Whatever made Jinx insane must now also be affecting him. Jinx blinks. She stares at him. She stares at his hand. His fingers curl around her arm. Desperation, successfully hiding the bittersweet wounds always lurking underneath the skin. Then she drops back down on her knees and throws her arms around him. A yelp escapes him. The force of the rib-crushing hug almost makes him fall backwards onto his back. Before Ekko can even realize that he could hug her back, too busy trying to keep his balance so that she doesn't accidentally launch them right off the edge of the roof, the hug is already over.
Tomorrow. I want to see you again tomorrow.
Okay, it's a promise.